Anthony Joshua with his close friends and team members, Sina Gami and Latif, Lats, Ayadel. Photo. X. Complex. Crowds of sympathizers gathered at a mosque in London on Sunday as Nigerian-born heavyweight boxing star, Anthony Joshua, attended the funeral of his two close friends who were killed in a car crash along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. The Janaza, Islamic funeral prayer, for the late Sina Gami and Kevin Latif, Lats, Ayadel drew large numbers of mourners who came to pay their final respects. According to the Daily Mail, huge crowds formed outside the mosque as the ceremony held. Earlier on Sunday, Joshua shared a tribute on his Instagram page in remembrance of the two men, marking his first social media post since the fatal accident on December 29, 2025. In the post, the two-time heavyweight world champion was seen seated with members of the bereaved family, as one person held a framed photograph of Gami. He captioned the post, "My brother's keeper." Joshua, Gami and Ayadel were passengers in a black Lexus SUV when it rammed into a stationary truck on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Gami and Ayadel died on the spot, while Joshua and the driver survived and were hospitalized with injuries. They were later discharged after receiving treatment. Joshua arrived in London via Stansted Airport on Friday night and had been recuperating at his residence ahead of the funeral. At the weekend, the Daily Mail reported that the boxer narrowly escaped death after making a last-minute decision to swap seats shortly before the Lexus set off on the ill-fated journey. The report said Joshua, 36, initially sat in the front seat of the SUV but later moved to the back, a change that reportedly saved his life. Gami and Ayadel, who later occupied the front seats, were killed in the crash just hours after arriving in Nigeria for a holiday. The report further revealed that the driver allegedly did not possess a valid driver's license at the time of the crash. These details emerged during the arraignment of the driver, Adeni Mobolaji Kayode, 47, at the Sagamu High Court on Friday. Kayode pleaded not guilty to all charges, including dangerous driving. The Punch had reported that the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, attributed Joshua's survival to divine mercy. Adeboye spoke during the church's monthly Thanksgiving service on Sunday, citing the boxer's accident while teaching on the role of mercy in preservation. I read in the newspapers yesterday that our boxing champion, Anthony Joshua, exchanged seats with someone before the accident. The people he exchanged seats with died, Adeboye said. I don't know why, but the mercy of God said someone would still be alive today. In court, Kayode pleaded not guilty when the charges were read to him, insisting that the crash was an accident caused by brake failure. Members of his family were present during the hearing. He was granted bail and the case was adjourned, after which he was escorted to the Sagamu Correctional Center for documentation. Speaking to the Daily Mail, Kayade's lawyer, Olalekan Abiodun, said his client had worked with Joshua for over 3 years and maintained his innocence. My client has pleaded not guilty. What happened was an accident. He says the brakes failed, Abiodun said. He added that Joshua was initially seated in front but was asked to move because his size obstructed the driver's view of the wing mirror. Anthony moved to sit behind the driver. From what I understand, Latif was in front and then changed seats with Anthony, the lawyer said.